Looking for the best AM5 motherboard to suit your needs? In this video, we're diving into some of the top options available right now. Before we begin, don't forget to check out the links in the description to find the best deals within your budget. Let's get started. Number 5. Gigabyte A620 is a great option if you want to get into the AM5 platform without spending too much money. The A620 chipset is AMD's entry-level option for their latest Ryzen processors. While you might think these boards are only for basic CPUs, you can actually pair it with a solid mid-range chip. In fact, in certain situations, you could even use a Ryzen 9 processor. For what it is, the Gigabyte A620i offers great value. It features a 5+2+1 phase VRM voltage regulator module with a heatsink, which is a good foundation for the board. This setup should be enough for non-X Ryzen chips and could even handle higher-end processors like the Ryzen 7600X, 7700X, and 7800X 3D, as well as future lower-power Ryzen 9000 series CPUs. Since it's a mini ITX board, it's compact, meaning it only has 2 RAM slots. It also has a single PCIe 4.0 and 0.2 slot for fast NVMe SSDs. The back of the board has a solid range of ports, including 2 USB A 2.0, 1 USB A 3.2 Gen 2, a couple of USB A 3.2 Gen 1, and 1 USB-C 3.2 Gen 1, plus Gigabit Ethernet. While there are other A620 boards like the MSI Pro A620 that might be a bit cheaper, this Gigabyte board stands out. Its VRM setup is considered a bit more reliable, and the heatsink is a nice addition, especially since many other budget A620 boards don't include one. If your goal is to dive into DDR5 RAM and AMD's latest tech without spending too much, the Gigabyte A620i is a smart choice. Number 4. MSI Mag X870 Tomahawk Wi-Fi. Now this board gives off a real premium feel at less than a premium price. People have already become fans of its impressive build quality, and it's packed with lots of connectivity options. When it comes to performance, the 14+2+1 VRMs seem to handle both gaming and productivity tasks really well. It also opens up some nice overclocking potential for those high-end AM5 CPUs. Users who've put it through its paces mention the VRMs stay surprisingly cool under pressure. What's also cool about this board is how user-friendly it is. Apparently MSI has included a bunch of what they call these DIY features, which is pretty much like having a helping hand during the PC building process. And for the gamers out there, this motherboard has an AI LAN manager tool that's getting some buzz. The idea is it helps prioritize network traffic to give you the lowest possible ping, which is always a win in competitive games. Connectivity-wise, you're looking at a ton of USB ports, 11 on the back end, 9 up front, so you shouldn't be running out of places to plug things in anytime soon. The only slight drawback some people mention is the 4 SATA 3 connectors. For a board in this price range, a few more would have been nice, but overall, the MSI Mag X870 Tomahawk Wi-Fi looks like a solid all-around performer with some really thoughtful features. If you're serious about competitive gaming or a first-time builder looking for a smoother experience, this board definitely deserves a look. Number 3. Gigabyte X870 Aorus Elite. Now this is a more advanced motherboard, rocking the very latest X870 chips, so you know it's built to squeeze every last bit of performance out of those AM5 Ryzen CPUs. It boasts a beefy 16+2+2 VRM setup rated at 110A, so if you were lucky enough to snag a Ryzen 7 9800X 3D, this board is ready for it. And for the memory enthusiasts out there, it supports speeds up to DDR5 8600, which is backed by AI overclocking. That's pretty neat since it can figure out the best settings for your specific components, and this board is quite loaded in regard to storage and connectivity as well. You get 4 M2 slots for your NVMe SSDs, and 3 of them are the blazing fast PCIe 5.0. You're also swimming in USB ports with 2 super speedy USB 4.0 ports with 40 gigabits per second for USB A 3.2 Gen 2, for USB A 3.2 Gen 1, and even a couple of USB A 2.0 ports for good measure. And for networking, you're future-proofed with Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, and even a 5GB Ethernet port. But here's the thing, it's not just about the raw specs. Gigabyte has really focused on those little quality-of-life improvements here. You see the Wi-Fi antenna, it's a simple push-on. Now no more messing with those tiny screw pigtails. All the M.2 slots are toolless too. That means no more hunting for dropped screws. Even the M.2 heat sinks have magnets to help you line them up perfectly. Besides, the main PCIe 5.0 slot even has an easy unlatch button, And of course, there are debug LEDs, always a welcome sight when you're troubleshooting. So with the Gigabyte X820 Aorus Elite, you're not just getting top-tier performance, you're also getting a board that's clearly designed with the builder in mind, making the whole experience just that much better. Number 2. MSI MPG X870E Carbon Wi-Fi, which really showcases what AMD's latest X870 chipset brings to the AM5 platform. We're talking about a top-of-the-line board here, loaded with pretty much every cutting-edge connectivity option you could want. It's got PCIe 5.0 for those super-fast graphics cards and SSDs, support for seriously speedy DDR5 RAM at 8400 MHz and beyond, USB 4.0 for blazing fast transfers, 5G networking, and the latest Wi-Fi 7 with Bluetooth 5.4. From what people are saying, pairing this board with a high-end CPU like the AMD Ryzen 7 9800X3D really makes things fly. It's not just about the benchmark numbers though. This motherboard is absolutely packed with ports, headers, and slots. You're getting 2 USB-C 4.0 ports running out of blistering 40 GB per second, 2 more USB-C ports at 10 GB per second, and a whopping N USB-A ports also at 10 GB per second. It's interesting to see they've skipped the older USB 2.0 and 5 Gbps per second ports entirely, which suggests a clear focus on future proofing and pushing for faster devices, while still letting you plug in your older stuff. Power delivery looks robust too, with an 18+2+1 DRPST power stage design. Even the automatic settings in the BIOS are pretty spot on, working seamlessly with high-speed DDR5 memory and top-tier CPUs. Now the one thing that might make you pause is the price. This motherboard is definitely on the higher end, and with component prices potentially going up, it might be a stretch for some budgets, but if that doesn't concern you, the MSI MPG X870 Carbon Wi-Fi is definitely a serious contender for any AM build. And finally, Number 1. Asus ROG STRIX X670E Gaming. Absolute best motherboards for your Ryzen 7000 or 9000 series CPU. This one consistently has to come up in any conversation. For starters, this board is just loaded with expansion options. We're talking a ton of PCI X16 and M.2 slots. But here's the real kicker. A good chunk of these are running at those blazing fast PCIe 5.0 speeds. You get 2 PCIe 5.0 X16 slots and 3 PCIe 5.0 M.2 slots for your SSDs. That's a serious amount of PCIe 5.0 bandwidth, even for an X670E board, since most others in this category only give you 2 PCIe 5.0 M.2 slots. Power delivery is also top-notch with an 18+2 stage VRM design. That's more than enough juice even if you're rocking the top-of-the-line Ryzen 99950X, and for memory, it supports DDR5 speeds up to 8000 MHz, and it's got plenty of headroom for overclocking your CPU, RAM, and other components. But it's not just about the headline features. The STRIX also nails the fundamentals. You've got 8 fan headers, which is great for keeping things cool. There's an error code display, which can be a lifesaver when troubleshooting. Plus it's got heat sinks for your SSDs and a crazy number of USB ports on the front of the case. Looking at the back panel, you'll find even more, 12 USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports, and one superfast 3.2 Gen 2x2 port. For networking, it uses Intel's 2.5 GB Ethernet, which is plenty for gaming and content creation. And if you're serious about your audio, the 5 audio jacks plus optical output are a nice touch. You know, even if you're not super into the nitty-gritty specs, there's one thing that's hard to ignore. This board just looks fantastic. It's got that classic ROG aesthetic, a sleek black design with tasteful RGB lighting without being over the top with branding. It's the kind of look that fits in with just about any build theme. So when you put it all together, the Asus ROG STRIX X670 Gaming really stands out as the top dog. It's got the performance, the features, and even the looks too. Make it a truly exceptional centerpiece for your high-end Ryzen build. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon for instant notifications so that you never miss a